All right, my friends. So welcome to this course. Well, this course is going to be a little bit different because the other ones was more about creating an entire game from start to finish with you guys, and it was more driven by some kind of someone that is learning and new to game development, or even if you're experienced but you don't want um, handling much more complex things. And in this case, we are not talking about creating a unique game. We are talking about how can you add things to your game. How can you enter in any project? How can you grab any project that you're working on and make it more fun by adding an attribute system or an inventory or a quest system or how can you create abilities to your game, and how can abilities be affected by attributes. This is what we are going to demystify in this course. For example, let's dive a little bit here. We have some kind of attributes here, and in the attributes you may end up with some kind of items here. For example, I explain you how can we have items that can modify in a flat way, on a percentage way. Notice here we have the 10 strength, and I equipped an item that gives me a percentage boost here. So I'm adding 20% on the attribute, and now I have another item that it's going to be a flat benefit, and you see that they stack and work together. How can you work on attributes modification of different styles? How can you create an ability? For example, we have an ability here, and I give you weights on how to design this, what are the values that we are going to use for this course. For example, I decided to put damage and cooldown and critical chance, but during the development, I explained to you, well, what if you wanted to do something like this or something else in your course? How could you do it? Where would you put those information? How would you handle this? This is the kind of conversation that I'm going to do during the implementation. So imagine that we are kind of pair programming together. I am explaining the concepts, drawing to you, implementing, explaining why I did something like this or like that, and what about making this more practical? So we want to handle the calculation of the damage. So now I have ability and I have cooldown and have all the stuff, but how can I put it to work? And let's see here. So I have the ability here, and see that we can change, for example, this is the Meteor Storm, for example. What if I wanted the critical chance to be like 0? So this is no critical chance. What if I wanted to be 100%? You see 50%, 40%. And what if I wanted the cooldown to be 2 seconds, and see how how the data is really affecting the behavior of our game. And even more, we have the attributes. We discussed the attributes. Well, how the attribute is going to affect the damage. You see, we have 27. If I have 200 points, what would be the behavior? You see, 370, it's a critical damage. This is the kind of stuff we are going to discuss right here. A lot of things related to RPG game development in specific, and this one, it's more like sharing knowledge and a kind of consulting thing. So it's not the course that you are going to simply start and finish, that's it. This is the course that you're going to open a lot of time, so you learn the thing, and now you are working on your own project, and wow, well, if I want to add a leveling system to my game, well, I could do it. I have the lesson here. I can watch maybe 10, 20 minutes of video, or I can simply grab the project and I'm good to go. It's super simple. You see, we have the experience points. How can I add this to any game? This is the idea that I'm trying to cover here. Inventory, basically everything that you see in this scene right here. Let me share with you. Everything that you see in this scene are the things that I'm going to discuss with you on how can you add to any game. And believe me, when you start to developing those things, they are fun. During the development, I start to even enjoy the scenes, because you feel like, dude, I could play this. I am enjoying my time doing this. Those systems are fun. There's a reason why people are still using RPG elements to today, where we have a lot of things using RPG because they really work. They make your game better. So this course, it's all about making you to have the power on how to do it, doing it in a super simple way. And if you ever bought any of my courses, you know that I have an easy way to explain. I avoid complexities. I try to be straightforward. I try to explain things without making it super complex. So it is easy to follow. It's quick. I don't want to waste your time. I want you to learn the core concepts, and I provide you ways to think outside of the box. So if you want to modify anything, I will give you ways to do it. So this is it. This is a super interesting thing for any developer that have not the zero experience, but a little bit of experience, or advanced developers. They will enjoy a lot on this course. So if you have this interest in leveling up really your abilities, not only about coding, but having more tools to make games fun. This is the goal here. I want you to be able to make games fun, and believe me, this tool set is a great one for this. Well, this is the idea of the course. If you want the course, welcome. I will be waiting you, and let's see you in the next lesson. I hope so.